Have you ever been hurt by someone who claimed to care about you, whether it was betrayal, humiliation, or simply someone who turned their back when you needed them most? These experiences hurt. But what if I told you there's an intelligent and powerful way to deal with this? Stoicism, an ancient philosophy practiced by men like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, teaches that the best revenge isn't anger, it's self-control. In this video, we'll explore 10 Stoic ways to respond to those who hurt you, not with screams, not with tears, but with strength, clarity, and purpose. So leave a like now and stay with me until the end to understand how to transform pain into power. Let's go. 1. Don't react, respond with wisdom. Anger is a reaction, control is a response. When someone hurts you, the first impulse is to strike back. But the Stoics taught that true power lies in not being shaken. Breathe, reflect, ask yourself, is this under my control? If not, discard it. What matters is how you handle it, not what was done to you. Acting with coolness and clarity will put you 2 steps ahead of those who live on impulse. When you respond with wisdom, you take control of the situation. You become the master of your own destiny, not a puppet of others' actions. This posture sets you apart. You're not here to react to the world, you're here to master it with maturity. 2. Practice Stoic indifference. Indifference isn't emotional coldness, it's maturity. It's looking at the other person and thinking, they did what they thought was right at their level of consciousness. You don't need to agree, but you also don't need to carry their pain inside you. What they did is their problem. How you feel is your responsibility. Be selective about what you allow to affect your peace. Being indifferent in a Stoic way is liberating. You learn not to give power to those who don't deserve it. You stop being an emotional hostage to external attitudes. And when this freedom is achieved, no one can unbalance you anymore. 3. Use pain as fuel to evolve. Every wound carries a lesson. The Stoics believed that suffering is an opportunity for growth. So, instead of victimizing yourself, ask, what can I learn from this? Today's betrayal might be the push you needed to become stronger, wiser, and more centered. Use pain as a soul gym. Each blow can be a chance to forge a better version of yourself. Pain forces you to look within, to review attitudes, beliefs, and patterns. It's a cruel but fair master. If you allow it, it doesn't just harden you, it refines you. 4. Cut ties. Without hatred, but with firmness. Forgiving is not the same as allowing. A Stoic can forgive internally, but that doesn't mean keeping those who harm you close. If someone betrayed, humiliated, or used you, there's no honor in continuing to offer your energy. Cut them off, with respect, but without hesitation. Firmness is a virtue, and those who learn to protect themselves grow stronger. Being firm in cutting toxic ties is an act of self-love. When you close a door from the inside, you're telling the world, I deserve more. This decision shapes the environment around you and makes room for healthy connections. 5. Be proof that you don't need revenge. Nothing destabilizes those who hurt you more than realizing you've moved on. In peace, your serenity is an affront to those who expected to see you destroyed. Show that you don't need to attack to win, that your evolution is the most elegant response anyone can give. Be so centered that no one can throw you off balance anymore. Revenge ties you to the past, but inner peace shows you've already overcome, and that's unbearable for those who live to cause chaos. Showing that you've flourished even after the storm is the most powerful response. 6. Get closer to what strengthens you. Pain weakens those who are isolated, but strengthens those who seek the right support. The Stoics valued the company of the wise, those who elevate, not drain. After being hurt, don't distance yourself from everything. Distance yourself from what diminishes you, and get closer to those who remind you who you truly are. Healthy relationships are mental shields. You become the average of the people you spend the most time with. Choose to be near those who challenge you to grow, not those who keep you tied to the past. Surrounding yourself with good examples accelerates your healing and solidifies your evolution. 7. Cultivate silent superiority. Shouting, arguing, trying to prove you're right. All of this is a waste of energy. Stoicism reminds us that true value lies in the silence of maturity. Those who hurt you might expect a reaction. But when you remain quiet and act with elegance, you command respect, not through fear, but through composure. True superiority is silent and unbeatable. Silence disturbs because it reveals greatness. It shows that you don't need anyone's approval, that you're at peace with yourself, and that intimidates more than any word could. 8. Rewrite your narrative. You are not the victim of what they did to you. You are the author of the story you choose to tell about it. If you tell yourself you were destroyed, you will be. But if you say you were refined, you transform yourself. The Stoics taught, it's not events that hurt us, but our interpretation of them. So change the interpretation. Change everything. Rewriting the narrative is taking on the role of protagonist. It's looking back with compassion, but with firmness, and deciding that your story doesn't end with trauma. You move forward, you reframe, and you win. 9. Don't expect justice. Practice virtue. Waiting for the other person to repent or for the universe to punish those who hurt you is a waste of time and energy. True justice isn't external, it's internal. You're not here to demand anything from anyone. You're here to be better despite what they did to you. Practice virtue even when the world is unjust. This makes you invincible. The practice of virtue is the greatest personal victory. It's when you look in the mirror and feel proud of who you've become. Even if no one acknowledges it, you know you won through integrity, not through resentment. 10. Show with your life that they underestimated you. The best response you can give to those who hurt you is to build a life so full, so strong, so inspiring that they realize they lost something valuable. And they lost not because you disappeared, but because you grew. Those who hurt you thought you were weak. Prove with your journey that you are unbreakable. Showing through actions that you've won is a form of silent justice. There's no need for confrontation. Your evolution speaks louder than any argument. Your light exposes the shadows of those who tried to extinguish you. Conclusion: dealing with those who hurt you isn't about revenge. It's about awareness. About not allowing pain to determine who you are or how you act. These 10 Stoic attitudes will help you deal with pain in an intelligent, elevated, and powerful way. If you enjoyed this content, leave a like now, subscribe to the channel, and share it with that friend who's trying to overcome some wound from the past. Comment below. Pain doesn't define me, and strengthen our community of wisdom heirs. Until the next video, Heir of Wisdom.